The prospect tournament in Tampa has ended, and the Panthers finished strong. I'm going to take a look at 3 different players that showed up in their last game against the Nashville Predators, and we'll also go over a little bit about the Lightning game from this past Saturday. Guys, thank you so much for joining me on this episode of Panthers Digest. I'm your host, Greg Andrews. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below. You guys need to stay up to date with anything and everything that has to do with your back-to-back stand-up champion, Florida Panthers. So yeah, the prospect tournament is over. The Panthers ended up going 2-1. They did have their lone loss against their in-state rival, Tampa Bay Lightning, on Saturday, unfortunately, but a strong showing, a very physical showing. There were actually a couple of fights in that game on Saturday. I watched most of it. I didn't get to see the whole thing, unfortunately. I was kind of into watching college football, but yeah, still a great game. I really like what I'm seeing from a lot of the prospects that are out there. I already went through the big 3 that I got a really good look at in Friday's game. So again, I really like their goaltender, Cooper Black. He once again had a great game today against the Nashville Predators. I mean, he played 2 periods. He had 40 minutes, had a shutout. It was a 6-1 victory for the Panthers. I mean, they really piled it on the Nashville Predators, and man, did they show up. What a great way to end a fantastic tournament. So there is a lot of good talent that I'm seeing. Some of these guys need to get a little bit bigger. You know, they need to get a little more strength, a little more muscle, because if they want to take the next step, not necessarily to the NHL, but AHL, if they're going from the ECHL and they need to bump up, you know, whatever the next step is for some of these guys, I think a lot of it has to do with just them getting a little bit bigger. But in today's game, I saw a lot of great things. Some great defensive work from the Panthers. Again, holding a shutout literally until about the last, I think it was about the last 5 minutes of the game when the one goal was let in by one of their backup goaltenders. Denal, that was his name. Excuse me, I can't find his first name here on my cheat sheet. But it was a great showing all around for this young squad of players that they put together, these prospects. Again, Jack Devine, I was going to say, is one of those big-time standouts who I could see come up. St. Martin, another guy. And the guy that I'm going to start talking about today who really showed up is this man right here. That's Grayson Sachinn. Yeah, crazy name, very, very unique. What a fantastic showing by him today. He ended up having a couple of great poke checks on the forecheck, was able to knock the puck loose, set up his teammates, and that is one of the things he does so well, is that he's a very good skater, very good puck handling, decent acceleration, but the biggest thing for me is he likes to set up his teammates. So no matter what he does, you know, he will sprint hard after the puck, and if he gets to it and he doesn't outright win the race, he will try to ensue a bigger battle against the boards, try to win the puck again, and if he does win it, he'll look for his teammates to try to set them up. And if he can't pass, he will drive inside. He will take a chance. He doesn't care. That's the thing I like about this kid. He will drive inside and does not have any concern for his safety whatsoever. He will try to go right in front of the net and try to get into that paint, into that painted area in the goal crease, and try to put one on net. That's the great thing that I liked from him, is that he did exactly that, and he did score in this game today. Really solid. That's how he set up his teammate. That was Sandis Vilmanis. Another great name. So on the forecheck, Vilmanis forced a turnover. Grayson Sachinn got the puck, and he set up his teammate, Vilmanis, which posted the very first goal. Really, really, really great job. I liked watching this kid play. He seemed to be everywhere. His name was called pretty much left and right throughout the whole game. Like I said, a lot of speed, a lot of energy, relentless forechecker, and great job to force turnovers as well, and good defensive awareness and very good hands. The only thing he needs to do is bulk up a little bit more. He's 5'11", about 173 pounds. I mean, that's the biggest takeaway from a lot of these guys. They need to just get a little bit bigger. So in terms of more of his numbers, well, these are just the last about 3 years of his career. If you really want to take a look at this, I know it's more like 2, but you know, nothing jumps off the page, but a very good prospect for this Panthers team moving forward. I've already said that I like watching this tournament because it does show that the Panthers do have talent, even though the Charlotte Checkers are ranked near the bottom in the AHL heading into the regular season. I don't think that says a lot about the talent that they really have. But, again, you got to see how these guys can get better working as a team, working with the Charlotte Checkers. And hopefully you see these guys really improve as the season moves on. And maybe we see more than just like 2 or 3 guys come out of this, aside from St. Martin and aside from Divine, maybe we see another 2 or 3 guys come up. I mean, Cooper Black, great goaltending in this tournament. Like I said, held a shutout for 40 minutes, 6'8". The guy they brought in, Donal, he is another 6'8" guy. He's only 18 years old, so the crazy thing for him is he's still going to grow maybe another inch or so, but we'll see. But 2 guys at 6'8" for goaltenders that are in, in the AHL and ECHL, maybe WHL. I mean, I don't know where Donal is going to be, but very, very good things for this Panthers squad. I'm excited to see what the future holds. Again, I still think they need to work on getting some draft capital, and unfortunately, one of the cap casualties that will happen later this season that should free up the cap room. I mean, it's going to, and then maybe we can get some draft capital out of moving some of these guys around to get under the salary cap. But anyways, back to Sachinn. Again, Sachinn has been very good in his WHL career. 2024, 2025, you could see there at the very bottom there in 54 games, 30 goals, 48 assists, 78 points, plus 18. Phenomenal numbers. And he did have penalty minutes. So he's a very physical player, which I love because I think that fits the style of hockey that this Panthers team is all about. That physical play that they love to do. That's why they lead the league in penalty minutes. They like to grind the teams down. I've already said this to you guys. Paul Maurice has said it. Grind him down, hit him hard, make him work for everything. Don't let up. And then when the third period comes, they're not going to have any gas in the tank, and they're not going to want to keep moving. So anyways, he's a very smart, speedy, solid player. Averaged 1-2 points per game over his 3 seasons of major junior with Seattle and Edmonton. And hopefully the 21-year-old will be with the Charlotte Checkers, and he should be. So with that being there, he's a dogged worker, very good puck skills, and a great setup man. So I'm excited to see what he will be able to do moving forward. So good takeaway from him. Then there's this man, Liam McClinsky, the 6'3", 185-pound, 24-year-old who played at Holy Cross, undrafted, showed up, did some nice stuff. Again, another guy where I saw his name. There's also McAllister. I didn't bring him in this one because McClinsky did get on the board. He great stretch pass from Powell and got behind the Predators defense and was able to easily finish a breakaway opportunity at a 12:42 in the second period. Really beautiful shot by him too. He went he went stick side and it went right underneath the goaltender's arm. And it was amazing. Amazing showcase by him. Another not so young guy, but has some stuff to prove. And you can see here what he has done so far. A lot of time in the NCAA, a little bit of play with the Charlotte Checkers, and put up some decent numbers. I mean, take a look at what he's done at Holy Cross. He had a plus 23 season in 23-24 last year, plus 5, 24 goals, 30 assists, 54 points altogether. Another solid player. He was getting in on the forecheck as well. He was able to look speedy too. I mean, he was out hustling a lot of the guys out there and was really moving around a lot. That's why I brought him into this conversation, that he is a very solid player. I like what he's capable of doing. Let's see if he can get better. He is getting up there on the age scale. So we'll see. I think the Panthers might try to go a little younger and get guys that have a little more experience if they're going to bring him up to the next level, if that's possible. And I'm going to keep saying Cooper Black, and it's Louis Antoine Donal. He's the one who finished. He's the other 6'8" goaltender who's only 18 years old. Really excited about watching him. Not a lot out there about his playing times, pastimes, and anything, because it's just a young kid. He's got a lot to learn. He's got a lot of growth and development. So that should be a guy we can maybe follow through the season, although I'm going to be laser focusing on the Florida Panthers. Then our next man is Kristoff Tier. 6'1", 185 pounds. He got out on a breakaway opportunity and made it 5-0, 18 seconds in to the third. Unbelievable. The kid was quick, nice poke check. Well, actually, it was a forechecking opportunity. He got a stick in there, poked that puck away, and just took it the other direction and easily put it past the Predators goaltender. So really, really, really great play. The defense, my God. I got to tell you guys, there were a lot of power play opportunities for the Predators, and the Panthers made it look easy. Their defensemen and their penalty kill was spectacular. One of the guys I'm going to give a shout out to, one of the defensemen, Miklas Hovorka, 6'6", 229-pound, 24-year-old. I saw him everywhere. He's a big dude, and he was making plays at the blue line, especially when he was butt toward the net, skating backwards, getting into that back check, forecheck, everywhere checking. He was putting his stick on and stopping so many opportunities that the Predators were trying to get up ice into their offensive third, and he was shutting them down. He was doing a phenomenal job, but overall as a team, that team defense was stellar, just stellar in this final game. So a very, very good showing by these guys. And the final man, like I said, that's Kristoff Tier. Several different, you can see it's Quinnipiac, I think that's how you say it. Excuse me if I'm incorrect. And he also played at Northeastern. He has a very good track record. He's played a lot of NCAA stuff, a little bit of ECHL with Savannah Ghost Pirates, and he will be with the Charlotte Checkers this season. So pretty solid numbers across the board for him. Again, not a spectacular eye-popping numbers at all, but 6'1", 185. You know, he's got a good shot. He was all over the place too. I saw him flying around a bit, and yeah, I really like the way that he carries the puck. He's able to really do a solid job finding his teammates, and then when he got into open ice, very clean skater, great quick hands. That puck was off his stick in the blink of an eye during his breakaway. Goaltender didn't even see it coming. I mean, the guy guessed in the wrong direction. It looked silly. But overall, this team had a tremendous showing in this Prospects tournament. So I got to say that I'm excited to see where the future will be with the Florida Panthers, because again, with a lot of these guys in the next 5 years, their contracts, will we see movement? Will we see trades? Will we see a decline? I've said this before, Father Time knows no man. He is undefeated. Everybody starts to decline at some point. There will be a regression. No matter how good you are, there will be. I don't know. Alexander Ovechkin's kind of just a freak of nature on the ice with what he's able to do. But nonetheless, Father Time is undefeated, guys. So eventually some of these guys will have to come up. They will have to start drafting players, getting smarter with that. You know, trying to figure out how are we going to get the next young Barkov in here. Obviously, you've got Lundell, you've got Lustainen, or whatever. People are starting to say his name all weird. I know Sedano, sorry, not Sedano. One of the guys I listen to at 560 WQAM down here, he says Lustainen, but I think it's Lustrainen. I think that's how you say it. He says it a little bit weird, but whatever. I really like the future for this Panthers team. I think it's only going to get better. Like I said, I think they're going to be drafting guys. They're going to get smarter. They're going to eventually have to trade some guys to get under the cap, and I think that's one way they will be able to get some better draft capital, maybe move up in the draft and look to the future. Have guys that you could bring out and be a part of that Lundell, Lustainen, the younger guys on this team, the Samoskevich, the St. Martins, the Devines. Find great talent. Let's keep building this team, because I know Bill Zito's got a plan. I know he's going to start looking towards the future instead of just looking at the next 5 years. I'm talking longer term. Let's say the next 5 to 10 years. That's what I think he's going to start thinking about. Not now, maybe a little bit, but I would say probably in 2 years from now. We have to see actually how, the next 5 years plays out. Let's see how many guys get injured. Let's see if we need to make a trade because somebody really regresses. Let's see if we get an offer we can't refuse. You never know what will happen with Bill Zito. Crazy things can happen. But anyways, guys, thank you for joining me on this episode. I do appreciate all of you and all of your support. It means the world to me. Again, if you have any comments, questions, please put them down below. I do read them all. If there's anything in particular you want me to go over, I will be more than happy to cover that topic. Maybe not in the next episode, maybe in future ones. But also, guys, remember, training camp opens up on Thursday, guys. It's going to be so exciting. I cannot wait. Great season ahead of us. We're how many days away? 6 days away from our first preseason hockey game for the Florida Panthers, guys. So it's going to be exciting. Remember, October 7th, they're going to be raising the banner, celebrating their second consecutive Stanley Cup. So that'll be a fun night as well. But yeah, keep your eyes peeled, and I have a big announcement coming up in the next 24 hours, guys. Well, 24 to 36 hours. So in a day, day and a half, I'm going to be posting something for you guys because you're going to want to keep your eyes peeled, especially if you live in Florida. Something big is brewing, guys. It's going to have to do with your television. So anyways, thank you all again for your support, and go Cats.